Hello everyone and welcome back to Kinkoi, Sylvie's Route. We're about to go to a party and be judged by a bunch of rich folks. Yay.
Yay.
By the time we arrived at the consulate, a crowd of people from various countries and races had gathered together. I put on a suit that was prepared for me. Oh good, that alleviated one of the concerns I had in the last episode.
Yeah, we just show up looking ghetto as fuck.
Party crasher!
よろしいですか、市松殿。場の空気をつかみ、空気にうまく乗ることです。
Yes.
空気に流されず空気に流される。バランス感覚を大事にしてください。
Hey Ouro, it's been a while.
Yeah. Okay.
We headed inside, dramatically.
ようこそいらっしゃいました。ミナに、お連れの市松様。
Yeah.
今日は楽しんでいってくださいな。
It just comes in, hey! Sylvie greeted us as our host. Unfortunately, it didn't change the fact that Sylvie was on duty and she immediately walked away. Blank? You mean wink? Oh, okay.
Yes.
That was odd. She left me with a wink that suggested I'll be back soon. Okay then. That meant that I'd have to kill some time until then. Let's schmooze. Hi. But about that. Look at all these people that aren't here.
Weird, I can hear them, but I can't really see them.
Wait a minute, is this a party for ghosts? Russell.
Like, what was that movie, Ghost Ship?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Or it's like the disappointments room.
Oh, yeah.
Clatter, clatter.
確かにマイナスの点が出ない方法ですが、隅っこで縮こまっているのはずるいんじゃなくて。
Look, if I could get into the kitchen to hang out with a drink in both hands so I have something to do, I'd do it.
もっと参加者の方とコンタクトを取りなさいな。そのための作法は教えましたわよ。
Yeah, I mean, you did give me all those lessons, but I don't think I'm going to be able to put it to use here.
なぜ？
I don't understand what they're saying.
あら。
It just sounds like a bunch of crowd noise in the background and maybe a loon. The official language at this multinational gathering seemed to be English. It was the foreign language we Japanese were most familiar with, but still.
Excuse me?
Yes? Jibber jabber, jibber jabber.
Huh?
The older man suddenly started to speak to me.
Mina-chan, help.
助けたいのは山々ですが、あなたに話されてますわ。せめて挨拶くらい返して。
A greeting?
Hello there.
If I had to go with an English greeting, let's see. Oh, do we get a choice?
Oh no.
Ooh. Oh, wrong button.
You know what they say?
Fake it till you make it?
Fake it till you make it.
Love it. If it had come to this...
Hey, yes!
Howdy!
Howdy there.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
What?
Yes, okay, I'm Japanese funky guy. It's dancing all tonight.
You sound like Borat.
I don't know what I'm going for.
Oh. You from Japan?
Oh, fuck.
Okay, I will be impressed if you can do this in a way that doesn't come off as horribly stereotypical.
Alright, look. If I've learned anything from Star Wars Episode 1, it's that I can't do this.
I hope nobody takes offense to this.
Alright, so at least I'm not gonna do this like a Nemoidian.
Enemy ships out there.
Now there are two of them. How was that movie made in 1999?
I have no idea.
I still love it. I don't care what people say.
I mean, yeah.
I saw that when I was like 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am Japanese. I know nothing English. I know nothing without Nihongo.
That was pretty good.
落ち着きなさい。後半がだいたい日本語ですわ。
That's what you're worried about?
Okay. Mina-chan took over and dealt with the older man for me.
I did it.
Did you?
Alright, hold up. Let me hear him do that better, because he thinks he did. Phew, I did it.
乗り切れてません。
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Alright, you know how I said fake it till you make it? Maybe
Never
not gonna
mind.
work.
I somehow managed to overcome the barrage of English speakers surrounding me, but not very well.
おや、オーロくんではないですか。
Kikuchiyo, can you be my translator?
Kikuchiyo!
I ran into one familiar face. Awesome. This had almost been enough to make me weak in the knees.
妙なところでお会いしますね。
Yeah. Why are you here?
今度、録音時が取引するタイの大使が来ておられるので、ご挨拶がてら参加させていただいています。
I see. Hey, you can speak English, right?
ええ、基礎用語ですので、小学生の時には。
I'm just gonna stick close to you.
は。ああ、なるほど。
He was a smart guy, so he picked up on how distressed I was in no time.
ちょいとゲロ、ずるいですわよ。
Ah, but fair.
でも、こういう緊急避難も含めての社交界。攻めるのはお門違いですかしら。
I mean, also, isn't it pretty common for high-to-do people to have translators go with them to these kind of things anyway?
Actually, yes. Yes, it is. Also, Mina, like, you saw what I did without this option?
Yeah. Mina-chan gave her approval. On that note, my technique during a time of distress. Rely on my friend's capabilities.
すいません、オーロくん。この後、その大使と会食なのですが。
What?
そんな顔をなさらないでください。生きにくくなります。
That's the
He
idea.
he looks like Puss in Boots.
Holding the hat in his hand.
ご一緒しませんか？夕食をこちらで食べていかれるなら。
What do you think, Mina-chan?
この時間に会食。フランス料理ですわね。
Our speciality.
はい。と言っても、僕は歓待される側なので、メニューは聞いてませんが。
Chilled monkey brains.
ちょうどよろしいですわ。ゲロ、テストしますわよ。
Oh.
French dining. That was the field Mina-chan had drilled into me the hardest during her etiquette course. I was confident I'd absorbed the material, but that would just make it all the worse if I messed up.
ほら、参りますわよ。私も入れてもらいますわ。
Thank you.
おお、シルビアさんの妹さんが。これは僕まで緊張しますね。行きましょうか、オーロくん。
Sure.
I followed the two of them into the hall. Lance. I looked to Sylvie. It appeared she was having a friendly conversation in English, almost like speaking it were second nature, with a black national from some country. She likely noticed my eyes on her and smiled sweetly at me.
Dots.
All right. I was fired up. I headed in.
Dots.
Dot termination.
オーロ、会食？誰とするのかしら。
I hope it's no one important.
では、今日の良き日に。
This is French? I mean, I see French fries, but...
乾杯。
I believe you mean freedom fries.
No, I do not. We all held out our glasses on Kikuchiyo's lead. Mina-chan and I held up our glasses filled with lemon-scented sparkling water. The foreigner of Asian descent, said to be our dining companion, promptly began to speak to Kikuchiyo in English. There were several other sullen-looking Caucasians seating around us, but this person was the only one who spoke. That should mean that the only ones meant to speak were that man and Kikuchiyo. Oh, what a lifesaver. I could just concentrate on my meal.
じー。
With some tension, I adjusted my seat and spread out my napkin. Should be all right so far. Next,
オードブルでございます。
clack. Out came a huge plate of lettuce and tomato. A huge plate!
It's like 34 times bigger than the next plate.
There's so many pieces of lettuce and tomato you wouldn't believe. There was also this ginger-looking stuff and something carrot-y? Anyway, a whole bunch of veggies. Now then, where's the ranch? Oh no, we're actually getting quizzed.
Oh. Okay, well this isn't that hard. Fuck. Wait, hold up.
This
This
isn't
is-
that hard, he says as he screws up.
Wait, this is French or English?
French. It's French cuisine.
Outermost fork and knife.
All right. You want me to save just in case you're wrong?
Yes.
All right.
セーブしていく。
Because I'm 99% sure it works a little differently in how it's structured, but fundamentally it's eating from the out in. Like,
Oh, okay.
your utensils are like, you work in the more courses you have.
Ah. I feel like this was explained earlier on, but I didn't realize we were supposed to be taking notes.
I mean, I did have class when I was younger. I legitimately did have class on like proper etiquette, like Western etiquette. I just am not good at it because I didn't ever use it for the next, I don't know how many years.
It was spur of the moment, but I held the fork and knife in each hand. As a pauper, this struck me as bizarre, but it was the French way to use the most extravagant cutlery, even for hors d'oeuvres. Dual-wielding these shiny, sparkly silver utensils was the proper way.
Dual wield.
そうですわ。
Whoa,
Nailed
yes.
it. Nice. Time to dig in. I found it difficult to eat salad with a fork, but I somehow made it through with the aid of the knife. Fold it together. Fold it together.
Munch?
よし。
It went
You know,
well.
it feels really well when you get complimented on your line reads.
Despite how flimsy the lettuce was, if I used the knife to fold it together, I could easily pierce through. Screech!
Freddy Krueger.
Oh!
Sorry.
Sorry.
I messed up. I accidentally scratched against the plate. It produced an awful sound, not unlike nails screeching against a blackboard, or maybe my line read of that screech. Those at the table across reacted, then grimaced a bit. Oh, I failed.
覚えてはいたものの、技術が追いつきませんでしたわね。ま、及第点ですわ。
The hors d'oeuvres were taken away. And next came the soup. At least we can't screech the bowl. Nothing to worry about here. I would eat this with my spoon. The whole point was to eat your food, not drink it. Doing otherwise would be in poor taste. I brought each individual spoonful into my mouth before I washed it down. So then, now that I was down to the last of the soup... Wait, which was it again? There was a French and English style by which you scooped up from the front or the back. I'd like to do this the French way.
Oh, I don't remember.
Saving again.
Oh
セーブで
no.
す。
Do you remember?
Man, I don't remember anything.
Oh.
It's a shame we can't phone a friend.
I genuinely don't.
I'm going to say
Back?
I'm leaning back.
Yeah, I mean, you're already on it. Like, if we're wrong, we're wrong. I genuinely don't remember.
Oh, we
Yes!
nailed it. We nailed it. Oh, woo. Oh, man. Like this, right? Yeah. This was the correct style. Whew, thank God. I polished off my soup. Ack. But I couldn't scoop it out cleanly. It would let out an awful squeaking noise if I kept this up, but the plate would be dirty if I left it like this. So...
パンはいくつになさいますか？
Oh, the bread!
2.
The waiter brought out the bread. He left us with 2 baguette-looking pieces. Let's see. There was etiquette for this too. First, tear them into bite-sized pieces.
よろしい。
Ah, this was how it was done.
This is the way.
This baguette was delicious. It might not even need butter. I did wish it had a little bit more salt content, though. I bet it'd be delicious if I dipped this into the soup. Don't do it! Don't do it! Nope.
Nope.
That one I
Eat it
remember.
as it is.
That one I
Yeah.
remember. But I'm gonna save just in case I remember wrong.
セーブするぞ。
No, you are completely correct because I have lived in a lot of countries where you mainly eat things with bread. Like you use the bread to scoop and eat. And the like French cuisine, also British, is not how you do it.
Yeah. Better stop. It was kind of a waste to leave anything on the plate, but oh well. Afterward came the fish course. carpaccio, was it? The thing with the sashimi with dressing on it. This I liked. What, he's Jewish now? It was easy to eat with a fork, and it was boneless. I began to eat.
Now I'm just imagining him as like a stereotypical like Ashkenazi Jew now.
This I like. You call this fish.
I don't like the bones, and now it doesn't have any, so I'm good.
This is delicious.
うんうん。
This was easiest. Next was the meat.
続いてメインディッシュに参ります。その前に、お飲み物のおかわりは
I would like a very large glass of wine, please.
では、オレンジジュースを。
Didn't he like die with a tiny glass?
Yes. Well, I don't know how tiny it was because he just downed the whole thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
あ、お水をお願いしますわ。
I'll have water too.
I'd run out of my first drink and was feeling awfully thirsty. I was just hoping for a refill, too. There shouldn't be any problems if I ordered the same thing as Mina-chan, either. I waited a short while.
失礼します。
Oh?
Water came out in an unexpectedly large bowl. It was silver and exceptionally sizable. Oh well, fine by me, I guess. No.
No,
Don't drink it. Do not drink it. Yeah, that one seems safe.
Yeah, I believe so.
Better sync my timing with Mina-chan. With that thought in mind, I watched for her cue. She reached for the bowl. No, don't do that.
We made the wrong call. Well, we had a good run. You know what? Let's see where this lands.
ちょ
I was like, that's the dipping.
It's the choice I would have made too, because, yeah.
I didn't realize he was going to jump down and be like.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought he was waiting for Mina-chan to actually do something first, and then he would.
I drank normally. But as Mina-chan watched me with a dumbfounded look, she put her fingers into the bowl. Yep. She was washing her hands?
Is this one of those finger bowl things?
I knew it.
現実で飲む方を初めて見ましたわ。
Oh, but it'll
Well,
make
you
a fun
have no-
story. Damn it, we were doing so well. The ambassadors at the table across from us were giggling. How embarrassing. No, let's think of this as having broken the tension. About the time we cleansed our fingers, and palates unintentionally, in the finger bowls, our bone and meat dishes came out. Lamb something or other. It was coated in a sweet and sour sauce. Oh well, let's eat. The fact we cleaned our fingers meant it was okay to use our hands for this. This one was easy since I could get a firm grip on the bone. I proceeded to cut it into bite-sized pieces. Then, clang. I dropped my fork.
Nope.
Nope, this one I remember.
Mm-hmm.
My body naturally moved to pick it up for a second, but I stopped. Yes, this was the one point in which I needed to be the most cautious. A waiter came over a moment later, picked it up, and took it away. After a short wait, a replacement came out.
どうぞ。
Thank you.
Yes, had I picked it up, it would have been poor manners. I made it through safely.
よろしい。
The meat course was delicious. For that matter, this part of the meal was a total breeze. All that was left was dessert and post-meal drinks. Not having anyone badgering me about any specific etiquette was a huge load off for me. Scrumptious.
もう、大きな息をつくのはマナー違反。
Damn it.
Sorry.
Mina-chan was still on pins and needles, but I was in a lighthearted mood. I gobbled my food up in no time. Okay, now that I finished eating... Oh? How did I place my knife and fork after I finished eating again? I was supposed to place them on the right side of the plate, if I recalled correctly. But I was sure there was an English and French style to this too.
Yes, there is.
How did I do it when I ate here last? If I remembered right...
Ah,
I hadn't at all. I passed out drunk. When I ate with Ouro-san and the rest before, I drank that alcohol before I passed out. Crap. I hadn't prepared enough. No. Calm down, me. Wring your gentlemanly essence out from within, and the answer will come to you naturally.
weird. Normally Sylvie does that.
The French style was...
Oh, horizontally.
Alright, I'm gonna save.
I am like 90% certain.
I set them down horizontally to the side.
Because it's a way of indicating that you're done.
This
Yeah.
was the I'm done with this plate sign, if I recalled, and Saren Prince is correct.
My bad. Oh!
Oh, she got us. I wasn't sure what noise to make.
I wasn't either.
After that, we ate dessert.
では、今日はお時間を取らせてどうも。
And the only screw up we did was we drank from the frickin' finger bowl.
Look. I'm sure it wasn't that bad.
Well, if nothing else, it was entertaining for the other tables. Our dinner party ended on a cheery note. We went back to the hall. Exhaustion set in hard.
よく頑張りましたわね。
I'm Pete.
そもそもあれ式で疲れる。というか、あんなガチガチで食べている時点で失格ですが。
Relentless.
あちらの大使を不快にさせるようなところもありませんでしたし。旧大点としておきますわ。
Oh, so what you're saying is it's okay to drink from the finger bowl as long as it's funny.
All right. Well,
Duly noted.
thank you for that.
僕も助かりました、オーロ君。カミナルさんもですが、場の空気が大変和やかで。
お役に立てたなら光栄ですわ。
部下に商談の指示を出してきます。また後で。
Sure.
We split up with Kikuchiyo. Mina-chan and I were left behind.
オーロ、ミナ、
Hey.
ご飯食べてきたの？どうだった？
Mostly good.
まあ、成功ですわ。
I have the sneaking suspicion she would have said that even if we got everything right.
Yes. But I wonder what would happen if we got everything wrong.
There's a special CG that we don't get to see because we don't have the patch installed.
I was so nervous. Man.
さあ。ミナのお眼鏡にかなうなんて、すごいわ、オー
Well,
ラ。最
mostly.
低限です。
Ow.
Alright.
もう。ほんと最低限ですわよ。まったくこの下郎は、あれだけ教えて差し上げてるのに成長しないこと。
Hey, we got most of
Hey.
them right.
Yeah, before
Okay,
this
and
whole thing, I'm sure he would have gotten none of them right.
absolutely. Also, I argue that the finger bowl thing was a trick question.
Yes, because I genuinely thought that was the right choice. I don't think we got it wrong. It's just you have two options that lead you in the same to think the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I call BS.
Give me a break.
Mina-chan harped on me for constantly making etiquette mistakes. Guess I still had a long way to go before she accepted me.
でもいいわね、二人は。ご飯食べられて。あ、そういえばお姉様は。ずっと挨拶回りよ。もうお腹ペコペコ。エルがつまむものは持ってきてくれるけど、あまり頻度が高くないし。
Sounded pretty rough for a glutton like Sylvie.
まあでも、立食形式にもしてあるから、多少なら平気なのだけど。
I remember this. You go in a circle.
Hmm?
Sylvie giggled and plucked up some chocolate on a nearby table.
特に甘いものが嬉しいわ。疲れた。
She popped 2 or 3 in her mouth at once. Oh, so that's what that's supposed to sound like.
ほんと甘いものが嬉しい。
She tossed another 4 or 5 in her mouth.
甘い。お姉様、それは。
She just picks up the plate and...
She just like Kirby's it all.
The way she ate was a little improper and Mina-chan looked visibly concerned by her behavior. But...
なーに、みな。あなた私には甘いもの食べるなって言うの？そんなこと言う悪い妹は、こうだ！
Squeeze! She hugged her.
お姉様。チョコやチョコ買うてこい
What's in that chocolate?
Oh no, that's the special chocolate.
Hey now, Sylvie.
All eyes focused on Sylvie as she suddenly began to shout and fool around. They were sisters, so all the onlookers just grinned, but this was definitely improper.
お姉様。
For whatever reason, Mina-chan had an enraptured look in her eyes upon Sylvie's embrace.
Is that kind of game? This chocolate.
These ones Sylvie just ate. They had vodka gelatin inside. Oh.
That's not good.
No.
How many did she have?
A lot. The kind that had an even higher alcohol content than whiskey. These were the type where you lit the contents on fire to flambe the chocolate before you ate it. If you binge ate these so quickly... Yep.
See, it could happen to anybody.
But she didn't pass out. This was bad. Anyone with an ounce of common sense could tell she was drunk. She obviously wasn't falling flat on her back like I had done last time, but still.
あらもう、ぎゅー
Hey, hang on a second.
Ah, she's a fun drunk.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. She was trying to embrace me, too. It could be dismissed as a joke with Mina-chan, but it would be bad with me.
But Mina-chan, what should we do about this?
こっち、休憩室がありますわ。
Sylvie.
わーい。
We crammed her into a nearby room.
お姉様は休憩すると皆に伝えてきます。介抱を頼みますわよ。
Also, not sure crammed counts when it's this room.
Yeah.
Will do.
What an absolute disaster. On the positive side, it makes drinking from the finger bowl seem like a minor faux pas. Just as you would expect from a party where national representatives had gathered, they quickly dispersed once the designated time came.
今日はどうも。
また学園でね。
Wow, you sobered up fast. Once Sylvie finished seeing off the final guest, an exhausted look crossed her face.
お疲れ様でした。
今年の年末、最大の山を越えましたな。
ええ。でもこれで、明日と明後日は自由よ。あら、ずっと一緒にいられるわね。
For real? Alright.
Haha. I had gotten an inkling of it, but now we'd gotten permission.
もっともあさって24日は以前からの通り夜には学園の皆様を招いた懇親会パーティーです。
You done? Okay.
二人きりにはなれないのであしからず。
Shit.
Right.
Ria would be making an appearance as Maria the day after tomorrow, so that was something to look forward to. So...
That means I can have you all day tomorrow?
明日は開けられたわ。
Alright.
オーロ、お時間あるかしら。
I always have time.
Of course I do. I'd make time even if I didn't.
I'd finished off everything I had to get done before today. Well played, Mina. Well played. Mina-chan smiled meaningfully. Now I got it. This is why she whined so much about that big cleanup this morning. Question mark? That's a question.
Look, I like 3 of it.
Looks like I had a dependable ally.
じゃあ明日は何しようかしら。オーロ、何かある？
I have many ideas, but none that I can say in present company.
Oof, it's hard to come up with something on the spot.
There were things I wanted to do, but there were far too many options for me to choose from. I would give it some thought before we met up tomorrow. But yeah, what should I do all alone with Sylvie? An unexpected first, huh?
Loveriche!
Now then, December 23rd, Christmas Eve. For me personally, it finally felt like the start of winter break. If I viewed this as the first day, then it made for the best beginning possible. Now that all of my homework was done and I'd finished cleaning, I could spend the rest of my vacation having fun. But the boxes are still there. Is this how people felt who finished their summer break homework during July?
オーロ、来たわよ。
Okay.
Now that I had a girlfriend, I figured I ought to do this.
おーい。
She leapt into my arms, and I caught her.
やっと二人になれた。あのね、オーラ。私、今日はとても素敵な一日になるように。
Visiting every restaurant in town?
オーロ
I tossed her onto the bed.
All right.
Here we go.
It's terrible. My desire for you too strong. Too strong!
朝一なのに襲われちゃう。
Sorry. You were doing really well, but I jumped ahead.
No, it's fine. It works.
It does. Sylvie sounded delighted.
でも、実は。
As she sprawled out at a fantastic angle, she fished through her pocket.
じゃん
Then she held up... Oh.
Condoms?
オーロにばかり用意してもらうのも悪いと思って。
Wow, those are the crazy expensive kind.
I didn't know much about them, but they were seemingly made from incredible materials and sold for about 5,000 yen per dozen. Ooh. Obviously, I had never used them before.
本当はなくてもいいかなって思っちゃうけど。
Oh. I was a little unsure how to reply. I knew how she felt, but it would be a huge problem if she got pregnant. But after doing it so many times, I actually began to love Sylvie deeply enough that I started to want to have kids with her as soon as we could.
ま、それはともかくとして。はい、どうぞほら。12個も入ってるから何度でも OK よ。
Well, alright.
あれ、引いてる？
Oh, that's not how it goes, Sylvie. When you invite a Japanese boy to bed, you don't go, hey, come on. It's more like, no, that's embarrassing.
Okay.
お？
The downside to Sylvie's aggressive nature had come out. Okay. Her attitude was, of course, questionable, but I was being enticed by this beautiful blonde-haired girl, as much as I'd love to charge in this very second.
We don't really have the patch installed.
Yeah.
Why don't we go out somewhere first? I doubt we'll be able to stop once we get started, and we'll waste the whole day.
A practical choice.
それもそうね。
We headed out for now.
およ？お二人さんお出かけさん？
Raina, where have you been? We've been going out for a while.
あ、レーナも来る？ついてけばまたうまそうなものにありつけそうではあるけど。やめとく。オーロ、貸し1よ。
Yeah, we'll see you on your route.
Yep.
She noticed how ridiculously disappointed I was. Her ability to read the mood was a lifesaver.
あ、そっか。せっかくの二人きりなのに、レーナを誘ったら二人じゃなくなっちゃうわね。
There you go.
That's basically it.
ごめんなさい。なんだか、オーラといるとね、楽しくなっちゃって。だから少しでも多くの人と、この楽しさを分け合いたいって思っちゃうの。
Well, the spirit is willing, but the body is squishy and out of shape.
There's no way I could be mad when you put it that way.
昔からそうだったわ。あ、ねえねえ、オーラ。
Yeah?
She pointed as if to say, over here, like Navi, so I followed after her. As for where we were headed, it was a place both of us were quite familiar with.
朝に来るとまた空気が違うわね。
That reminds me, Sylvie, you usually only come around here at night.
I assume she came here all the time after we used this space for our tea parties, but those only occurred at night.
不思議ね。学園のすぐ近くなのに。登下校では車で過ぎちゃうし、遊びに来るときはオールへ一直線だから当然か。
We were here all the time when we were younger, right?
そうね。
Sylvie had a nostalgic look in her eyes. We became good friends at camp, but Sylvie didn't fit in with those around her and was often excluded from the group. The three of us, Ria included, met up here often.
懐かしい。
Yeah.
ねえ、オーラ、思いを馳せてる風な顔してるけど、何か思い出せてる？
Not a thing. Not at all, actually. There it is. I remembered coming here a long time ago, but that was it. I couldn't remember anything other than that fact. Big shock there.
もう、やがて思い出すと思ってたのに、ちっともね。
Look, you just got to accept at this point we don't remember anything.
Look, really, we're either going to remember this at the very end of this route, or we're going to remember it on Ria's.
Maybe it'll be a situation where we get struck in the head and remember everything.
Okay. Your and Ria's memory are almost too strong at times. This was 10 years ago, after all.
Quite a bit of time had passed for me to remember my past with Sylvie and Ria at this point, but it looked like the door to my memories had remained locked. I couldn't remember anything. I'd honestly reached the point where I thought it might be best that way.
もう。こっちはどう？キャンプ施設はだいたいこの辺りだったわ。
If you say so.
Sorry.
この辺りにみんなで泊まるロッジやテント置き場があって。
I remember the tents, but...
I recalled fooling around with my male friends, but not at all with Sylvie.
No, that reminds me.
思い出した？
No. I mean, yeah. It came back to me. Back when I thought Ria was a boy, I'd invite her to go take a leak with me all the time. I thought she was weird for not taking me up on it, but now I get it. She couldn't go into the men's bathroom. Ah, man. That's one long-time mystery solved.
私は？
Sorry.
ここならどうかしら。
I vaguely remember this spot. If I recall, this used to be a church back in the day.
そうなの。
It was all run down and pretty scary looking back then.
A church close to the lake. It was pretty, if I had to describe it, but such an inaccessible meeting place was worthless in a religiously barren place like Japan. It was nearly as dilapidated as a Shinto shrine deep in the mountains. Someone did seem to have been managing it, though, for the record.
Oh, but I think it had a piano, even back in the day?
There was a piano there and it still worked, so I recalled us messing around with it. It looked just as dilapidated as the building, so it should be different from the one here now, though.
ピアノはなかったわ。当時はオルガン。
Are those different somehow?
やらない人には馴染みがないわよね。でも、 私あのオルガンのおかげで国に入って楽団派に入った時、楽器はピアノを選んだのよ。
I'm an
オー
organ
ラが
donor.
勧めてくれたから。
Oh, but can you imagine her theme is organ music?
Ugh. Huh?
覚えてないのね。ほら、相馬くんと3人でここに忍び込んでオルガンにいたずらして、私は唯一知っていたクリスマスソングのサイレントナイトを弾いたの。オーラがすごいすごい言って、私のこと天才だ天才だって。あのすぐ後、シス明けに楽団派に入って音楽を始めなきゃだったから不安が吹っ飛んだわ。あの頃からオーラにはお世話になりっぱなしね。ねえ、イチ、離れ離れになっても友達よね。思い出した？
Not a bit.
Oh my gosh.
もう。
Yeah?
でもいいわ。イチはイチとして私の心にいつまでも生きていれば。
Ichi is dead. Long live Ouro. Sylvie looked like she was enjoying herself. It bugged me a little. But maybe I felt the same. The past wasn't the only reason why we were attracted to each other. We happened to meet and had fallen in love.
How are pianos and organs different?
簡単に言うと、ピアノは弦楽器、オルガンは管楽器なの。
Me too.
Like a flute? I'm sorry, you'll have to start with the difference between string and wind instruments.
ピアノはギターの仲間、オルガンはトランペットの仲間というと分かりやすいかしら。
What? They're that different?
曲はもちろん、弾き心地もだいぶ違うわよ。ピアノなら流れるように弾けるけれど、オルガンはちょっと肩を使うというか、疲れるの。
Oh, you really sound like you know your stuff.
苦手ではないわね。
The two of us left the academy and headed into town together. We didn't have a particular destination in mind. But our feet naturally led us here after our earlier conversation.
あった、くださいな。
はいよ。お客さん、運がいいね。焼きたてだよ。
Ah, melon pan. Sylvie headed into a nearby bakery. She bought 5 loaves of melon bread. Okay.
見て見てオーロ、焼きたて。
Yeah, this is a special occasion, so why don't we eat them now?
We get 1 and she gets 4.
That's what I was thinking.
I took 1. Assuming Sylvie would also eat 1, but naturally, she did not.
What are you gonna do with the other 3? We'll have to carry them around.
荷物？
Never mind.
Sylvie had 2 loaves in each hand and was eating 4 melon breads at once. Wow. As long as she was happy, that's what mattered.
おいしい。レーナのおすすめは外れがないわ。
Whatever you say, squirrel girl.
Sure are.
They were delicious. According to Reina, these were the best in town. These would be worth coming to buy even if you snuck out of the academy at lunchtime to do so.
この辺りだったわよね。オーロが助けてくれたのは。
I guess so.
That's basically where everything happens on this stretch. We stopped on an empty sidewalk near the bakery. This is where I wanted to come. I remembered this place perfectly.
王子様の登場シーン、今でも鮮明に思い出せるわ。まあ、あの時はこの人後でエルたちにボッコボコにされないかしらって心配だったけれど。
Us too.
If you told me that in the first place, things might not have gotten so complicated.
あら、それじゃあ私とオーロの縁がそこまでで切れちゃうじゃない。
Fair point. She squinted her eyes reminiscently.
あの時、腕を掴まれた私をオーロが抱き込んでくれた時、心にコトンって感じたの。この人は私にとても大切なものをくれる人だって。一度とは気づかなかったけれど、記憶のどこかが反応したのかしら。それとも第六感的なそういうのかしら。
That something special was in my pants. There do seem to be princesses with a talent for fortune telling, so who knows?
かもね。オーロはあの瞬間、どんな気持ちだった？
Terrified.
I don't remember. I was already in a daze.
I was convinced it was the site of an abduction, and I was so desperate to escape. But if I had to say...
I knew I had to do something, though. I was super depressed that day, and that's when I found you.
I thought she was being kidnapped. There's no way I'd ever prance over and protect some girl under normal circumstances, and I would have called the police instead. The word depressed seemed to come close to describing how I felt at the time.
へこんで、何かあったの？
Yeah. Everything fell apart the day before. I mean, you know, the whole thing with the vocalist dropping out of Chieka's light band.
ああ、三山沙織さん。
I guess I had told Sylvie about her before. She remembered well.
At the time, I'd made a huge mess of the baseball club and music club and had already quit school. And it was like salt in the wound when I found out that Chieka's band had been dissolved. My attempts to show off backfired in every possible way, and I caused a lot of trouble for a bunch of people. I wanted to act cool, which was probably why I jumped in to save you. Ella-san ended up hurling me around, didn't she? Well, either way, maybe I'm not talented enough to act cool or show off.
Crap. The mood turned gloomy.
I blame the music a little bit.
Yeah. We sat there in silence with nothing clever to say. Who been there? Sylvie thought something over and...
才能は知らないけれど、私を助けてくれたオーロは本当にかっこよかったわよ。そんなこと言わないで。あの日、あの瞬間、かっこいいオーロが大好きになった私がバカみたいじゃない。
Sorry.
それに、ちえかちゃんだって、きっとそう思ってる。オーロのしたことは、すごくかっこいいと思ってるわ。
Well, yeah, I bet the person directly affected would say that.
三山さんも、瑠璃子ちゃんも真白木先輩も、みんなよ。
That...
Was that really true? My actions were definitely to blame for putting their music club in a poor position, which ultimately forced their band to dissolve. If I hadn't stepped over the line, the members of baseball club and music club could have continued being friends. I destroyed all of that single-handedly. But then... As always, Sylvie responded with a cheerful giggle.
それにね、オーラ、実は、
But...
オーラくん
Oh!
なんですか?
Someone barged in and cut Sylvie off. And that someone happened to be my sister, Chayeka. I'd instantly recognized her voice the moment I heard it.
What the heck, Chiaka? What are you doing here?
Honey? That startled me.
Torio. Yeah, because I bet it's Torio.
I'm absolutely sure that it's Torio. But
Because it's the only plot thread that hasn't been solved yet.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
And also, normally in any route in any game, when you talk about the time that you first met, you're near the end of the route.
Mm-hmm.
So, everyone join us next time when, who knows, we may actually finish the route.
That's true, we're definitely getting close. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. But for now, we are the Bridge Boys, signing off on a cliffhanger again.